Hi there, prospective grad students. I'm Dan Schwartz, director of the Clean Energy Institute and Boeing Sutter Professor of Chemical Engineering. The Clean Energy Institute is here to help you tackle the existential grand challenge of climate change. Our goals are to develop programs that let you from day one start moving towards the kinds of leadership and knowledge systems that will help you emerge from the University of Washington quickly as a climate leader. There's no time to waste. We do this really by leveraging tremendous expertise in the materials chemistry and physics of energy materials, the electrochemistry and electrochemical engineering that underpins many of these devices, as well as the power electronics in the systems. So together we bring that with people and outside partners to tackle really the grand challenges of solar that's much more affordable and scalable, batteries at a price and performance that enables much greater adoption, and then the system of systems that all have to be integrated together for a modern energy system. The Clean Energy Institute was established in 2013, and since then we've risen in rankings. Our number 8 by bibliometric metrics, so publications, citation rates, we're number 8 in the US as an energy research university by both the US News and World Reports and Shanghai subject rankings. We have 32 faculty members from across the sciences and engineering, as well as affiliated faculty from many colleges across the university. The primary way we help you get a jump start as a future clean energy leader is through our CEI graduate fellowships. These are state funds that supplement sort of the focused research funding that you get through federal grants in your research group. And we enable a much broader set of capabilities and skills while you're doing your PhD research. For instance, we have a clean tech networking community through the Clean Tech Alliance and other professional organizations so that you as a graduate student can be starting to mix with the professionals out in the clean energy world. We do industry field trips to understand what research looks like in some of our corporate partners, as well as lab tours for things like our national labs and companies. One of the key activities we do with our fellows is we go out into the K through 12 community. Really and truly, we need a STEM literate and STEM engaged community from all frontline communities that will benefit from clean energy in the future. So our graduate students are out there helping educate the next generation, as well as really bringing the ideas of clean energy into all communities. Finally, as a CEI fellow, you have access to really our world-class interdisciplinary seminar series where you're going to get to learn about everything across the spectrum of energy technologies, as well as policy and entrepreneurship. Now, when you get to the University of Washington, we don't just throw you in over the deep end. We have really what I would call one of the most unique laboratory learning experiences in the United States. It's our Energy Materials, Devices, and Systems course, and it's co-taught by faculty from across the university, and you get an opportunity to work side by side in a laboratory setting with state-of-the-art facilities, side by side, a chemical engineer with an electrical engineer and others, so that not only do you get to understand what goes into a battery and how a battery is fabricated and tested, but you also get to see how does that battery's performance impact its performance in the grid economically or in vehicles. And so as a chemical engineer, you learn about some of the system level integration things, and an electrical engineer who understands system level things gets to learn about the molecules and nanomaterials that underpin energy systems that they're designing around. Really a unique learning experience for students. We also send you out into the community with things like our Torrance Tech Due Diligence program. This is a partnership with an investment group, E8, where our students in STEM fields go out and provide guidance in the technology due diligence work that the investors are looking at. And in so doing, not only do you earn a stipend for doing this, but you also get to hear the investor conversations, because clean energy has impact when it makes it into the marketplace. That's got a component of technology and a component of business. And we give our students the opportunity to learn both through the Torrance Tech Due Diligence program. We also have the Torrance Science Policy Analysis Program. This is a program where you'll partner with the Washington State Academy of Sciences. It's a legislatively mandated nonprofit organization that provides non-advocacy analysis to benefit the state policymakers. So you'll work with our policy analyst in residence. This is a new program happening for the first time this year. And so our inaugural Torrance policy analyst in residence is Tony Usabelli. He had been director of our state energy office and a special advisor to Governor Inslee. So working with Tony and the Academy, we're writing white paper briefings on various aspects of clean energy that are of relevance and interest to the state legislature. Finally, we have a program we call the Clean Energy Ambassadors Program. It's really our K through 12 outreach. We fund some graduate students as education and training fellows, and those students then lead our grad CEI fellows out into the communities where we have relationships in the K through 12 schools to do STEM outreach within those communities. It's a hugely impactful program with lots and lots of student engagement across the state of Washington. Finally, I want to spend a few slides talking about the Washington Clean Energy Test Beds. I've already mentioned that clean energy really has an impact on global carbon when it gets out of the laboratory and it gets used. So of course you're going to be doing publications. Of course you're going to be doing groundbreaking new insights into clean energy materials, clean energy devices, their control, operation, and system integration. But we also want to give you an opportunity to easily test, how do those ideas scale? Do they have the possibility of making a difference in the clean energy marketplace? And that's what we do at the Washington Clean Energy Test Beds. We have facilities for scaling up ideas. So if you make a battery this big, we can help you get it into a format that would be a more standard testable format. If you want control algorithms or other things, we have the capabilities to test at a scale that you don't find typically on campus. This is a state-of-the-art facility. Today, we have about 400 users, including 50 companies. So not only is the test bed a resource for you, but it's a spot where you are going to be rubbing shoulders with startups and others, potentially for your future employment, but also just understanding how they work and how they're innovating in clean energy. So the 50 companies include a lot of small startups, but it also has 3 of the biggest companies in the world in there because of the specialized expertise and tools we have. We have formed partnerships with global tool providers. So this is state-of-the-art facilities. Companies are hiring staff to come work in the test bed specifically because of these capabilities. Moreover, we have professional staff that can support you as a student or companies as a startup and get you up to speed quickly. Now, because this is a state-of-the-art facility, we're really proud of the fact that we've been hosting national and North American workshops for companies like for universities like MIT, Stanford, Caltech, University of Calgary. I show a tweet here from an MIT trainee that was at the test beds where he's proud of his printed perovskite solar cells. That's what you can do at the test beds. Now, when you're at the test beds, not only is it facilities and tools and companies, but it's also expertise. We recruit top entrepreneurs and investors to come in, and they rotate through annually to provide guidance for really early stage ideas so that you can talk through what would financing look like if I wanted to take this company out of my lab and out to the marketplace. What kind of a leadership structure, what kind of a business model. And we have the expertise right there that can help you with that. Finally, I'll say, coming back to students and trainees, that many of our students have chosen to start companies, and this environment is really positive. I'm going to focus on Matt Murbach because Matt got his PhD from my group in 2018. He was CTO of Hive Battery Labs, and it's a company that was recently acquired by a global big corporation. So now ideas that he took from the lab, he was doing business plan competitions, working with investors in residence, entrepreneurs in residence. He was testing his ideas. He became CTO of Hive Battery Labs, and 2 years after the PhD, they were acquired. And now that's technology that can scale because it's got the big balance sheet of a large global corporation. So with that, I just want to say thanks for listening. I hope that you become a University of Washington grad student and look at our website or drop a note if there's something we can do to let you know more about the environment we've created in clean energy.